Imagine a moment so electrifying that every fiber of your being tingles with anticipation, a moment when one man's quiet resolve transforms a hostile arena into a sanctuary of raw, unfiltered truth. Have you ever witnessed a confrontation where the power of honest vulnerability shatters the carefully constructed masks of pretense? Comment 1 if you believe that authenticity is our greatest strength, or 2 if you think that in our modern world, spectacle always wins. And tell us, where are you watching from tonight? Welcome to Motivation for Success, the channel that dares to illuminate hope in every story, where each challenge is an invitation to rise above, to inspire, and to connect. It was a cool, starlit evening as the neon glow of a bustling metropolis spilled into the night, a city that pulsed with the energy of dreams and struggles alike. In the heart of this urban tapestry stood Studio Meridian, a modern marvel of glass and steel whose walls captured the vibrant dance of LED lights. Tonight, the air was thick with anticipation. The scent of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the crisp tang of the evening breeze that crept in through open windows. Every detail of the studio, from the polished floors to the subtle hum of the sound system, was designed to engage your senses and transport you into a realm where art and life converged. Stepping into this charged environment was Keanu Reeves, a man whose very presence seemed to command quiet reverence. He entered Studio Meridian with the steady, measured grace of a tide that, though gentle, is utterly unstoppable. Clad in a simple yet impeccably tailored suit, his every step resonated with the calm confidence of a storyteller who has witnessed both the beauty and the hardships of life. Tonight, Keanu was not merely the celebrated actor you see on the silver screen, but a living testament to the power of authenticity, a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever struggled to be true to themselves in a world awash with superficial distractions. On the opposite side of the stage, seated behind a contemporary desk crafted from dark, gleaming wood, was Mason Clark, the infamous host known as much for his sharp wit and incisive questions as for his reputation of inciting controversy. His eyes danced with mischief and calculated intent, reflecting a personality built on the art of confrontation. Clark had made a career out of challenging his guests, pushing them to reveal more than they ever intended to, and in doing so, creating television moments that were equal parts electric drama and human revelation. Yet, as Keanu advanced toward the stage, there was an unspoken shift in the atmosphere, a promise that this evening's dialogue would be unlike any other, transcending the usual clamor for sensationalism to embrace something infinitely deeper and more profound. The audience was a vibrant mosaic, a mix of ardent fans whose hearts raced at every word, curious skeptics eager to see if the legend could indeed be human, and casual bystanders drawn by the allure of witnessing history in the making. Their collective murmurs formed a gentle current of expectation that wrapped around the room like an intimate secret shared among old friends. As the stage lights dimmed, a soft, ethereal glow fell upon Keanu, enveloping him in a halo of warmth that contrasted strikingly with the stark, angular lines of the set. Every element of the studio, from the rhythmic pulse of the background music to the delicate clink of ice in a glass of water, conspired to create an environment where time seemed to slow, inviting each listener to savor every word, every pause, every nuance. Mason Clark leaned forward, his practiced smile betraying both anticipation and a hint of trepidation. With a voice that was both smooth and edged with a deliberate challenge, he broke the silence. "Keanu," he began, his tone measured yet laced with an unmistakable undercurrent of provocation, "you are revered not only for your unforgettable roles on screen but also for the enigmatic aura that surrounds you. Many say that behind those legendary performances, there is a man who is almost too composed, too detached from the everyday chaos that we all know so well. Tell me, are you merely an actor performing a role, or does the calm you exude reveal a deeper truth about who you really are?" For a long moment, the studio seemed to hold its breath. Keanu's eyes, deep pools of quiet introspection shaped by years of living through both triumph and hardship, met Clark's unflinchingly. His voice, when he spoke, was soft yet resonant, imbued with the weight of experiences that stretched far beyond the glitz of Hollywood. "I'm not here to perform a role, Mason," he replied, his words deliberate and sincere. "My life isn't a movie, it is a mosaic of choices, hardships, and moments of quiet grace. Every step I take reflects a journey that has taught me that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness but a source of immense strength." In that instant, his voice seemed to echo from the very depths of his soul, reaching out to every heart in the room and inviting each listener to share in the truth of his experience. The conversation that followed unfolded like a beautifully composed symphony, each question and answer a carefully chosen note in an intricate melody. Clark, determined to push the boundaries, launched into his next inquiry. In today's world, where fame is measured by fleeting moments of spectacle and art is often reduced to a commodity, how do you reconcile the tension between the demands of a public persona and the need for genuine human connection? His words, sharp and probing, cut through the ambient noise, challenging Keanu to reveal the delicate balance he maintained between the allure of the spotlight and the pull of authenticity. Keanu's response was measured and reflective, his tone softening as he spoke of a truth that was both personal and universal. "In our modern world," he murmured, "art, like life, cannot be measured by spectacle alone. It is the quiet moments, the unguarded glances, the shared silences, the deep connections that defy explanation, that truly define who we are. We are here not to be dazzled by illusions, but to seek the authenticity that lies beneath the surface of our everyday lives." His words resonated in the stillness that followed, drawing the audience into a collective state of introspection. In that moment, every listener was invited to pause, to reflect on the real meaning of strength and authenticity, a call to embrace the beauty of imperfection and the power of genuine connection. The studio transformed as the dialogue deepened. The once charged atmosphere of confrontation slowly gave way to a serene intimacy, a shared vulnerability that transcended the usual barriers of celebrity and performance. Clark's earlier bravado began to yield to a softer, more human quality as he absorbed the impact of Keanu's words. "But isn't there a price to paying that kind of emotional honesty?" Clark persisted, his voice carrying a trace of uncertainty now. "In a world that so often values image and instant gratification, how do you manage to maintain your integrity without succumbing to the pressures of fame?" His question, heavy with both curiosity and challenge, hung in the air like a suspended note in a delicate melody. Keanu's gaze softened, his eyes reflecting both compassion and an unwavering inner strength. "Every day, I face the paradox of our existence," he replied slowly, each word deliberate and imbued with a quiet power. "Fame can be like a blinding light, it distorts reality and obscures the truth. But I have learned that true fulfillment comes not from conforming to expectations, but from embracing the full spectrum of our human experience, imperfections and all. It is in the quiet moments of introspection, when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, that we find the courage to be our authentic selves, even in a world that insists on perfection." His voice, steady and sincere, seemed to transform the very energy of the room, replacing tension with a sense of shared understanding and quiet hope. In that transformative space, the conversation became more than an interview, it became a dialogue of souls. Each question, each answer, was infused with sensory details that brought the experience to life. The soft echo of Keanu's voice blended seamlessly with the rhythmic pulse of the studio's ambient music. The faint aroma of the night's cool breeze mingled with the subtle scent of polished wood and modern decor, creating a multisensory tapestry that enveloped the audience. The interplay of light and shadow on the stage mirrored the internal struggle between pretense and truth, a visual metaphor for the battle that each one of us faces in our daily lives. As the conversation advanced, there came a moment of profound vulnerability. Clark, for the first time that night, asked a question that struck at the core of the human experience. Do you ever regret the choices you have made along your journey, Keanu? Do you ever wish that you could silence the doubts and fears that sometimes whisper in the darkness? His voice trembled slightly, revealing the weight of his own internal conflicts. For a long, breathless moment, the studio was hushed. Every eye was fixed on Keanu, every heart waiting for the response that might either shatter the fragile calm or reinforce the strength of his convictions. Drawing in a slow, deliberate breath, Keanu's eyes swept over the room, the expectant faces of the audience, the subtle flicker of emotion in Clark's expression, and then he spoke, his voice imbued with a quiet, unyielding certainty. "I have no regrets," he began, each word a steady beacon of truth. "Every choice, every hardship, has been a stepping stone that has brought me to this very moment. There is no room for regret when every experience, no matter how painful, carries within it the potential to teach us something invaluable about who we are and what we can become. In our darkest moments, we discover the true measure of our courage. In our moments of triumph, we find the power to inspire others." His declaration, simple yet profound, washed over the room like a cleansing tide, leaving behind a sense of shared resolve and hope. The impact of Keanu's words was palpable. The studio, once a stage for provocative confrontation, had transformed into a sanctuary of truth, a place where authenticity reigned supreme over manufactured drama. The audience, their hearts stirred by the raw power of vulnerability, responded with a thunderous applause that echoed the belief that true connection is forged in the crucible of honest emotion. For a brief, magical moment, every soul present felt united in a shared understanding that the most genuine power lies not in grand gestures or explosive rhetoric, but in the quiet strength of being true to oneself. As the conversation began to wind down, the atmosphere in Studio Meridian shifted yet again, from the intensity of emotional revelation to a serene, hopeful resolution. The soft, ambient music swelled as the stage lights dimmed, casting a gentle glow over Keanu and Mason. In a silent exchange of mutual respect, Keanu rose from his seat and offered Clark a warm, genuine smile, a silent acknowledgement of the transformative power of honest dialogue. Stepping off the stage, he moved toward a waiting vehicle parked under a sky filled with the promise of a new dawn. The cool night air, alive with the distant hum of the city and the soft rustling of leaves, whispered that every ending was merely the start of a new journey, a reminder that the cycles of life are marked by both endings and beginnings. Backstage, far removed from the intrusive glare of cameras and the ever-watchful eyes of an eager, expectant audience, the profound impact of the evening's conversation continued to reverberate in every corner of the quiet space. In that secluded haven behind the scenes, Keanu's close-knit team gathered around him in a small, intimate circle. Their faces, illuminated by the soft backstage lighting, shone with a mixture of gratitude, reverence, and quiet awe. Each member of the team, veterans who had seen many interviews come and go as well as newer faces inspired by his authenticity, shared a silent understanding. They had witnessed something extraordinary that night, the delicate, artful balance Keanu had maintained between the sharp edges of confrontation and the gentle, compassionate undercurrent of his humanity. As the echoes of the live dialogue gradually subsided into a calm, almost meditative silence, a profound realization began to take root among everyone present. It was as though the shared experience had woven an invisible thread through the group, binding them together in a collective understanding that true strength is not forged in defiance or exerted through dominance. Instead, it emerges quietly from the courage to be vulnerable, to show one's flaws, to embrace imperfections, and to forge genuine connections with one another on the most human level. In that hushed backstage atmosphere, each person felt that the raw honesty they had just witnessed was a beacon of hope and a reminder that there is power in authenticity. Beyond the walls of Studio Meridian, the reverberations of that transformative conversation soon spread like wildfire. News of the night's events ignited the digital realm, where social media platforms buzzed with activity. Commentaries and thoughtful think pieces poured in, while heartfelt messages, reflective essays, and even spontaneous videos began to flood feeds across the globe. Every post and tweet echoed the same sentiment, that in a world increasingly dominated by superficial distractions and divisive narratives, genuine moments of raw, unfiltered vulnerability are both rare and immensely precious. Keanu's measured responses, his carefully considered insights, and his steadfast commitment to living authentically had sparked a conversation that transcended the boundaries of the television screen. This dialogue was not confined to the studio, it touched hearts and stirred minds in every corner of the digital landscape, inviting people from all walks of life to reconsider what it means to be truly human. For countless viewers, that encounter was far more than just another interview, it was a turning point, a pivotal moment that resonated deeply within their souls. In the midst of a chaotic and often superficial world, the conversation reminded them that the search for truth and genuine human connection is not only possible but is absolutely essential. It was a powerful call to action, a challenge to question the dominant narratives that saturate our lives, to look beyond the dazzling facade of modern media, and to seek out the raw, unfiltered essence of our shared humanity. The message was both simple and profound, that authenticity, regardless of how softly or quietly it may be expressed, possesses an extraordinary power to illuminate even the darkest corners of our collective experience. In that transformative moment, every person who had listened, whether in the studio or through the myriad digital channels that connected them, was inspired to pause and reflect. They were encouraged to consider how embracing vulnerability could lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. They were reminded that the courage to be honest and open is a strength that transcends the superficial measures of success, and that in every act of genuine self-expression lies the potential to spark change, not just in one's own life but in the lives of others as well. The backstage gathering became a sanctuary of shared purpose, where the simple act of listening had evolved into an affirmation of the human spirit. There, in the soft glow of dimmed lights and whispered conversations, each team member carried with them the lesson that true power is found not in grand gestures or forceful displays of might, but in the quiet moments when we dare to reveal our true selves. It was a lesson that would guide them in the days to come, reminding them that the most enduring form of strength is born of vulnerability, empathy, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Thus, as the night drew to a close and the energy of the live event slowly faded into a reflective calm, the impact of that conversation continued to resonate far beyond the walls of Studio Meridian. It was a testament to the idea that in every era, and especially in times when the world seems awash in superficiality and division, there remains an unyielding hunger for authentic, heartfelt connection. And that truth, quiet yet transformative, has the power to change lives, one honest moment at a time. As you reflect on this story tonight, I invite you to consider what authenticity means in your own life. Think about those moments when you dared to be vulnerable, when you chose truth over pretense, and when you discovered that your greatest strength lies in embracing both your triumphs and your struggles. Let this story serve as a reminder that each one of us has the power to inspire change, not through grand gestures or manufactured spectacles, but through the simple, profound act of being true to ourselves. Before we part ways tonight, I ask you once more to join the conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a firm believer in the transformative power of honesty, or do you feel that in today's fast-paced, spectacle-driven world, authenticity is too often lost in the clamor of superficiality? And please, let us know where you are watching from. Your voice matters, and your experience is a vital part of this greater narrative of hope and resilience. If Keanu's story has touched your heart, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe to Motivation for Success for more inspiring tales that challenge us to live boldly, love deeply, and remain steadfast in our pursuit of truth. In the end, what this story teaches us is simple yet profound: every moment of true connection, every instance where we choose vulnerability over pretense, adds a vibrant brushstroke to the grand canvas of our lives. It is only by embracing the fullness of our human experience, our fears, our dreams, our imperfections, that we can truly illuminate the world around us. Let your journey be guided by the quiet power of authenticity, and know that every step you take is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The light of truth, once ignited, can never be extinguished. So as you carry this story with you into the night and beyond, let it serve as a reminder that real strength is not born in the spotlight of manufactured drama, but in the subtle, enduring glow of an honest heart. May you find the courage to face your own challenges with the same quiet determination that Keanu Reeves displayed tonight, and may you always remember that every experience, every joy, every sorrow, is an integral part of your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. Let's continue to inspire one another, to question the status quo, and to build a world where authenticity reigns supreme. Stay motivated, stay true, and above all, keep moving forward. This is your moment, let your light shine, and let your story inspire the world. Remember, every act of kindness, every honest conversation, every moment when you choose to be real, has the power to ripple outwards in ways you may never fully comprehend. It is in these moments, whether it is holding the door open for a stranger, offering a smile to someone in need, or sharing your truth despite the fear of judgment, that we weave together the vibrant tapestry of our shared humanity. As you move forward tonight, reflect on your own journey. Recall the times when you were brave enough to be vulnerable. Embrace the lessons learned from your struggles and let them guide you toward a future filled with hope, connection, and the unyielding strength of an honest heart. In a world that often values flash over substance, let us choose to value the power of authenticity, a power that not only transforms lives but also unites us in our shared pursuit of a better, more compassionate tomorrow. This story is not just about a man on a stage, it is a call to action for each and every one of us. It is a reminder that the strength to change the world lies within us, that by choosing to be genuine in our everyday lives, we can spark a movement built on empathy, compassion, and the unwavering belief that our shared humanity is our greatest asset. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Together, let's build a community rooted in authenticity and driven by hope, a community where every voice is heard, every story matters, and every act of kindness makes a difference. Until next time, keep believing in yourself, keep embracing your truth, and keep inspiring those around you. This is your story, this is your time, let's make every moment count. May you leave tonight with a heart full of courage and a mind open to the endless possibilities that come from living an authentic life. And as you step back into your world, remember that the simple act of being true to yourself is a powerful catalyst for change. Your journey, with all its highs and lows, is a beacon of light that can guide others through their own struggles. Let your truth be the spark that ignites a flame of hope and connection in every life you touch. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey of transformation. Let your light shine, let your voice be heard, and let your story inspire others to pursue a life of authenticity, compassion, and unwavering hope. Together, we can create a world where truth reigns, where every heart is free to express its most genuine self, and where the bonds of our shared humanity are celebrated every single day. Stay motivated, stay true, and above all, keep moving forward. This is your moment, your story is your power. Let it resonate, let it inspire, and let it transform not only your life but the lives of all those around you. Welcome to a journey of endless possibility, welcome to motivation for success. See you in the next video. We've got an even more captivating story coming your way.